Our family's just there normally. At the very least, for me, Shibajiro Kitazato wasn't like that. When I was young, I lost my mother to disease, and when I was in my sophomore year of high school, my father got remarried. I felt very relieved after seeing my father, who always seemed lonely and upset, smiling again. I gladly welcomed my new family members. I remember my mother very well. She then started working hard to try to become a member of our family. I think we just needed time to understand each other and trust. My stepmother was very kind, and I think that my father picked a good one. Nico is sending me this freaking lewd photo of me again? Gonna lecture after I get back home. Class was over and I was getting ready to go home when I noticed that someone was messaging me online. I took a look and noticed that there were a bunch of lewd photos attached to the messages. However, I had already grown used to this kind of thing, so it wasn't that big of a deal. There was only one person who would do that kind of thing.
Shibajiro, I'm going to go shopping. Will you come with me?
I was walking out of the hall when someone asked me to stop from behind. I turned around and saw my childhood friend, Yukiko Fukuzawa. She was a senior just like me.
I'm sure that you're probably free because you're not popular, right? How about you try a little harder and find a girlfriend, huh?
Sure, I want to be popular, but that doesn't mean that I'm free all the time. Sure, from a beautiful childhood friend that has all the best looks in the past 100 years, it's probably easy for her to attack me. Talk about unfair.
Huh? You're busy? Sorry.
Yukiko looked upset. She slouched over and looked very disappointed. She's been bothering me recently, talking about how I'm not popular, so seeing her upset like this doesn't bother me in the least bit. More than anything, Yukiko is my very important childhood friend. No, I've got time.
Are you having fun playing with my innocent emotions like that? I was hurt. You hurt me, Shibajiro.
You were the one mocking me and saying that I'm not popular. I don't want to hear you say anything about someone getting hurt.
That's just, I'm really sorry if I'm being rude, but it was just a technique that I saw in a book. Recommended romance, and...
Yukiko was just yapping off. You want to go shopping, right? Let's get going already.
You really have no sense of delicacy, do you? You really are a freaking introverted geek.
Sorry.
You can't all get me so disappointed and apologize to me like that. I'm sorry, it's my fault. The heavens do not make anyone unfairly. We are all one and the same. I take back my discriminatory statements.
We were out of the shopping mall. Yukiko seemed to be having fun too. We were just yapping off to each other while walking around the stores. We weren't childhood friends. This would very much be a date.
I'm not the kind of woman to be happy over something so cheap.
I can't buy something too expensive though. We went by the accessory shop and she was looking at a certain piece of jewelry. I may be very slow, but I can tell when my childhood friend is really feeling my looking. I think that she's good from time to time. I decided to give her the present.
It's not about the money. This kind of thing is all about feelings.
Yeah, I'm really thankful for you, you know?
Right, okay.
Yukiko was from a very rich family, and I think that she could easily purchase this herself, but it's nice to be able to get a present from someone.
But anyway, Shibajiro, are you planning on giving that to Umineko-san? I think that's a little too young, don't you think?
Yukiko saw me looking at another piece of accessory. She tilted her head in confusion. Umiko-san was the woman whom my father had remarried to and become my stepmother. No, this is... Ugh, I'm frickin' starving. Let's take a break at the food court.
I mean, you bought the necklace for me, so I'll pay for the food. With the Benjamin, of course.
I don't know what you want me to do with that humble brag.
It had been so long since I'd spent time with my childhood friend. I was completely ecstatic. I was so glad to have invited Shibajiro out. He even bought me a present. I think this might be the best day ever. Obviously, I love him as a childhood friend, but I love him very much. We're childhood friends, so of course I do. You might even say that's just the law of nature as much as gravity. When I was still a sophomore, Shibajiro's parents got remarried. Shibajiro looked genuinely happy when he was telling me about that. But a little while after that, he started to look more and more upset. I continued to try to act bright and happy to try to make him happier too. Family issues are very sensitive. It's definitely not something that an outsider can just stick their head into. That continued for a while, but eventually he started to calm down. I felt a little relieved that maybe my cynical personality backfired. In the time that I was acting extra bright and happy, I started teasing him more and more often. I thought that he might dislike me at this rate. I was always afraid of that when I went home, full of regret. Even so, Shibajiro with his massive heart never got mad at me. He was always kind. In the end, I was still spoiled by him.
Ah, that's our number. I'll go pick it up for us.
Shibajiro stood up and went to go pick up the food. I guess he was so excited about his food because he left his phone on the table. Then his phone buzzed. I didn't think much about it and glanced over, and I could catch a glimpse of the message that he had just received. What the heck is this? The content was so surprising to me that I couldn't help but spit out my drink. On his phone were messages that read, "I love you, heart," and "I want to see you already." At this point, how could I not? This is absolutely a love interest texting him. Mimiko-san would not be texting him things like this. But I have never noticed him ever showing any signs of that to anyone like that in his life. I couldn't hide my surprise at my childhood friend potential love interest. Wait, that present from earlier, is it for that woman? This is bad, bad, bad! Yukiko Fukuzawa is facing a bigger problem in her life. Is Shibajiro really going to be taken by a woman like that without any problems? I don't want to lose Shibajiro, which reminds me, Shibajiro's mother also passed away a long time ago. She was a lovely woman that was kind to me too. I think that his warm personality came from her. People change, and so do families. We can't just stay the same forever, which applies to childhood friends as well.
Here's your... Wait, what the heck is going on?
I asked Shibajiro after he grabbed some napkins and started wiping off the table. Shibajiro, can I go to your house after this?
My house? Sure. Did you want to eat dinner at my house or something?
Shibajiro looked confused. I had never gone over to his house after his father got remarried. I felt like I didn't want to impede, so I just felt like staying out of it was the best idea. But I can't just continue to do that in this situation. I'm going to try to change my relationship with my childhood friend today. I should still have time. There's still plenty of trust between us. That place next to him is reserved for me. It's not something that can be taken by some random woman without much thought. I should have been faster. That was the one regret I didn't want to experience.
This is so suspicious. What are you scheming? Yukiko was clinging onto my arm while walking back to my house with me. I mumbled to myself under my breath. Right around the time that we took a break in the food court, she started acting strange. Suddenly started talking about how she wants to come over, and for some reason we were walking with her on my arm. From what I could tell, I think that holding hands like this is reserved for girlfriends and boyfriends?
Yes.
Oh, so you know and understand that too. And we occasionally had awkward silences. What is going on? She's got a really weird look on her face that isn't teasing me like she always did. She's normally so bright that I've never actually seen her not talking this much. I was all kinds of nervous, but before I knew it, we had made it to my house. I'm home! I opened up the front door and my stepsister came diving onto me like she was waiting for my return.
I've been waiting for you, Shibajiro! You're so late! Every day that I can't see you is so lonely, and like a sad autumn day.
She started rubbing her head onto my stomach. You're acting like King Kai. Once again, another creature came charging at me like my stepsister. It was our golden retriever, Kinkai.
As long as you tell me, I'll do any kind of trick you like me to.
Okay then, shake.
Very well. This is embarrassing, but please put your right hand on my left breast.
What is that, a brand new method of shake? This woman, who's got a strange view in the world and an overwhelming brother complex, used to be known as Eiko Shibuzawa, before her mother married into my family. When I tell her good morning, she returns my call with I love you. We're like this now, but when they initially got married, she looked at me as an enemy. She didn't open up to me, and I was really unsure of what to do.
What is that woman? Get off my Shibajiro!
Brother Sama, who is this? She's got the looks of someone who was clearly not only your childhood friend.
What the hell kind of look is that? And yes, I am his childhood friend. Besides, what are you doing here? Wait, Brother Sama?
No, he isn't just my brother. He's my lovely one and older brother Sama.
I think she's trying to just express her respect for me.
I don't care about any of that.
Wait a second. You must be my brother Soma's childhood friend. This is our first time meeting.
I'm still very confused. Is this your younger sister, Shibajiro?
I'm the woman that listens to everything and anything he likes. I'm Eiko. Remember my name.
This is the one that's convenient for me.
Why are you just taking that story at face value?
By the way, she's in the 8th grade.
Oh, okay.
Brother Sama, why are you with an outdated woman who's already served her purpose?
Yukiko said that she wanted to have dinner with me for the first time in a while, so I invited her over.
Oh my, how greedy of her. Maybe she's been in the books for so long that she's too knowledgeable.
I'm not sure what's wrong with that.
This isn't good. I'm not sure what to do, and they just glared at each other. I don't understand why they're fighting shortly after meeting each other. Yukiko and Eiko were both very important to me. I want them to get along. I'm going to go tell Umiko-san about you, Yukiko. You just go back to your room, Eiko. Thanks, Kinkai.
Wait. Let go of me, Kinkai. Why does she only ever listen to you, Brother Sama?
Yeah, you never really listen to anything I say, Eiko.
Then I shall have you scolded later by him for...
I figured that I can't keep this going, so I had Kinkai recover Eiko for me. It was finally peaceful and quiet. It was a sudden turn of events, but Umiko-san was happy to have Yukiko-san over. We'd all hung out together as a family for a while now, so Yukiko used to come over often. Umiko-san was apparently worried that my childhood friend wasn't coming over as frequently because of her arrival. Whatever the case, I suggested she come over to my room until dinner was ready. Apparently, Yukiko's personality didn't click well with Eiko.
I didn't hear about you having a younger stepsister.
Yeah, you didn't ask me.
You could have just told me. Am I really someone that you can't trust that much?
I could see some tears building up in Yukiko's eyes. If anything, it was the opposite. It was because Yukiko was around that I'm able to be like this. I'm sorry, but I really didn't have any kind of mental capacity to tell you back then. I decided to tell Yukiko everything that happened. He doesn't talk about it often, but Umiko-san's ex-husband was apparently a pretty horrible person. And that kind of horrible behavior had an effect on Eiko as well. After long years of suffering, Eiko stopped trusting men and considered many men to be her enemy. I think you could go as far as saying that she hated all men. We ended up having to live together because our parents got remarried, but to her, it was suffering every single day. But Umiko-san was someone that my father was able to finally meet. Obviously, she couldn't get in her mother's way to joy and happiness. The frustration that she had was all redirected at me, and I just had to quietly resist. That was the start of my suffering. At that time, it was seriously hell every single day. A lot of my classmates were trying to help me out too. That kind of made me feel guilty in its own right. It was like I was being treated like some kind of sore or something. Oh, the pity. I had nowhere to go at school or at home. I just couldn't rest.
But I'm so sorry. I didn't know that you were suffering at all, and...
Oh, please. You were doing that because you didn't want to butt into my family business, right? I don't blame you. I was really saved by how bright and positive you always were for me. Thank you. I gave her the most sincere thank you that I could. Every day with my childhood friend was the one thing I could expect to be constant and unchanging. If I didn't have that, I would have been upset and distraught a long time ago.
Stop that. I didn't do anything that was worthy of being thanked. I was so selfish and mean, and...
I don't really care why you did it all. You were still someone who saved me. That's never going to change. I don't care what she thought. The fact is that my childhood friend being by my side saved me. That was a fact and the truth to me.
But then why is she acting like that now?
Well, probably that we became family now or something, right? It took time for us to become family. I worked hard to earn the trust of my younger sister over these past few years. We were finally able to come out as siblings. The only reason I was able to believe that we could do that as a family was thanks to Yukiko.
Wait, so that present you bought earlier, was that for your younger sister too?
Yeah, I'm sure that it probably wouldn't suit my stepmother. My younger sister, who used to be closed off, opened up to me. I was extra happy because it was extra tough.
Hey, Shibajiro, do you really think that's just a sibling-to-sibling kind of love?
I know, it's so cute, right?
I think that she clearly really loves you.
Huh?
I can't believe that her rival is so close by. She's so close that she probably actually is my biggest enemy.
What are you talking about? She's my younger sister. She's like King Kai or something. Woo! Whoa, you're back, huh, King Kai? All right, there.
I mean, I was planning on telling you anyway that I'm sure you probably know how I really feel with how I was acting, so can you stop petting her and listen to me?
Yukiko looked over at me after fixing her posture and looked determined. Her cheeks turned a bright red and she looked clearly nervous.
I like you, Shibajiro. I've liked her for so much longer than your younger sister has.
I just quietly accepted what she had told me. I didn't do anything, I just listened. I see.
You're not surprised, huh? And you're not going to give me your answer either.
I kind of always wished that were the case, honestly.
Are you saying?
Oh, come on. Have you been around me this whole time? I clearly like you, Yukiko. I was so surprised that it took this long. Obviously, I was going to ask her out myself at some point, but I couldn't because of all the family stuff going on. That's it.
No way!
If anything, I don't think there's anyone in Japan that doesn't like you, Yukiko Fukuzawa. My childhood friend was someone who was adored by everyone. The fact that someone like me would stay by my side made me a very happy man.
I like you. I like you more than anyone else in the world. I'm never going to let anyone else have you.
I like you too. Well, we're going to have entrance exams coming up, so we can really start going out after graduation, okay?
Yeah, you're right. I couldn't take responsibility if we make a,
Yeah, making fake bills is illegal.
Don't be fooled, Brother Sama. A woman of her age shouldn't be with you.
My door swung open and Eiko came barging in. Eiko? Let me reintroduce Yukiko. She's my childhood friend, and now she's my girlfriend.
I'm going to be your sister-in-law from now on, so you can talk to me about anything.
What are you talking about, childhood friend? You're not good enough to be my sister-in-law. This is no place for a ghost like you.
Oh, you think that you can get away with anything because you're the new face in town. I'm the one that loves him the most.
How silly of you. I go to sleep with my brother Sama all the time.
When did that happen? And once again, a sudden fight erupted.
Is that true, Shibajiro?
This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
I sneak in at night and leave without ever getting caught before you wake up in the morning.
I didn't know that. I had no idea she was sneaking in. However, now that I know about it, I can't just quietly say, okay, cool. Hey, Eiko, don't just do things to people without permission.
I'm so sorry, Brother Soma.
Yeah, you tell her, Shibajiro.
That kind of thing needs to be declared before you do it. I'd be surprised if it just woke up and saw you were there.
Very well, then I shall come by your side tonight.
Oh, I can't. This guy is completely oblivious.
I don't know why, but Yukiko had a troubled look on her face.
Then I'm going to start sleeping with Shibajiro tonight.
No, I don't know if that's okay.
That's right. This bed is too small for all three of us.
That's not the problem here.
Dinner is ready, everyone. I made a very special dinner for all of us, so let me know if you're like, oh?
My stepmother, who never worried about a thing in the world, came over to tell us dinner was ready. I'm sorry, ma'am. We'll go down in a moment.
Hang on, I'm now dating Shibajiro officially, so I'm going to...
Ma'am, please listen to me. I'm the only person that can sleep next to Brother Soma, right?
Oh. Well, we've got quite the predicament here, don't we? I want you two to line up right here. Look here, a woman only has rights to...
Yukiko and Eiko-san were chewed out by Umiko-san. That's how my peace and quiet was protected. All is well.
All right, then you don't mind if I am the one who sleeps next to him tonight, right?
What? Umiko-san's cheeks turned a bright red.
We may be stepmother and stepson, but I love him in my own way. You are allowed to ask to be spoiled more, Shibajiro.
Then Umiko-san clung onto my arm.
That's not fair, ma'am. You can't use those huge cushions to seduce him.
Why do you look so happy, Shibajiro? You need to be fighting back more. You're just a young girl, aren't you?
I'm starving. By the way, dinner was even more of a ruckus, but my father was happy to see everyone getting along. I hope that we can all get along as a lovely family like this forever.